Morning.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Again, to members of me on the call, we're now joined by head coach Blake Anderson of Arkansas State. If you have a question for Coach Anderson, please press star 1 on your telephone's keypad at this time. The Red Wolves are preparing for Wednesday night's game against Georgia Southern. So, Coach, before we get started with any questions, can you give us your thoughts on the upcoming game against the Eagles?
Sure. A huge challenge for us. We've struggled in non-conference play, still trying to find our team and kind of get all of our new parts clicking on the same page. But great opportunity to get off, with a win in conference play and kind of start the new season for us. That's been our approach: is learn from non-conference, put it behind us, and move forward and try to find a way to really be a team that can compete in conference play. We did that a year ago, and hopefully this group and this crew can do the same. But huge challenge. We've watched a ton of film on Georgia Southern and talked to everybody that we can, and we just know it's a really, really good football team and presents a lot of challenges for us to find a way to get a win. They're big up front. They run extremely well. They play physical brand of football. I think they're well coached. And obviously the tradition there has been standing for a long time. And then we've not really seen a tremendous amount of option football this year. So to see it for an entire game and to be able to match up to all the different looks is going to be something our defense has not really had to do on a consistent basis. So fortunately we got a few extra days to work with the Wednesday game. A unique schedule, obviously, but I'm glad we're getting to play here at home. And I've been really, really proud of our guys' response to a rough start. We've had a great week of work. I would say collectively our best week of work, and just very proud of the way these guys have handled everything, dealt with it with a frustrating and disappointing start. But you wouldn't know that by watching the way these kids have worked. It's been a great week.
Coach, thank you. As a reminder to members of the media on the call, you can press star 1 on your telephone's keypad at this time to get in the queue to ask questions for Coach Anderson. Coach, you've played a number of these midweek games over the last couple of years. I mean, what was this week's preparation like for this game?
Well, it really came at a good time for us, having the struggles that we've had in non-conference, played some very difficult and very physical games leading up to this. And then I think just the challenge that Georgia Southern's offense presents, it's been great for our defense to get a few extra days to work against the option assignment type football. And with a brand new quarterback and a young guy that's not got a lot of snaps, every snap and every read and progression that Justice can go through is a benefit for us. So we've tried to get a few extra days in. We have had good work, and we're going to have to play whatever night they tell us to play anyway. But in this particular situation, I think it has benefited us on both sides of the ball and should help us moving forward.
Thank you, Coach. Our first questions come from Troy Schulte of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Blake, how are you?
Hey, Troy.
Hey, I was curious if is Griffin Riggs going to be available for you guys this week?
No, Griffin is serving the second week of his suspension and should be available next week for the South Al game.
Okay. And then also, are you able to discuss at all any discipline regarding DJ Pearson?
DJ was dismissed from the team effective yesterday based off of his actions off the field and honestly previous actions as well. It wasn't just one action; it was an accumulation of a couple, and just felt like it was time to part ways. We're going to do everything we can to help him move forward and hopefully learn from his mistakes, but just didn't feel like that his actions were something that we could continue to move forward with. So I hate it, love him to death, and wish him the very best. I think he needs to just grow up, but he is felt like it was necessary to remove him from the team at this particular time.
And I know he was running third at that position.
Yes.
But, I mean, do you move anyone around, or, do you mess with red shirts at all, or are you just going to...
Well, obviously, Justice is the starter, and we would play Chad immediately, and Chad actually fits into the game plan in some areas as well. Anyway, the approach, at least for the next few weeks, would be to move Logan Bonner up and prepare him as the number 3. And if something significant were to happen in the immediate future, we would be fine with him going ahead and playing. If we get kind of past the point of no return, towards the latter part of the season, we might move him back down to scout team and bring up Carson Coates, who honestly could I think could be in a position to get us out of a game and cover a couple games if we got to that point. But it's going to be a week to week. As of right now, Logan Bonner would be the number 3, and we would continue with that at least for the next several weeks until we had to make a decision on burning a red shirt or not type situation.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Coach.
Sure.
Thank you very much, Troy. And, Coach, thank you very much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.